My name is Melanie Halpin-Connell. I got involved with Compassion when I was attending a marriage one-day workshop in Vancouver with Eric. And Jeff Moore did a piece in the center of the workshop where he handed out child packs to the audience. And I was holding this child pack, and the name of this little girl was Dulce Maria. And it was a year that Starbucks had introduced Dulce something lattes. And I was so struck by the fact that I probably drank enough of these lattes at Starbucks that I could sponsor a child just by stopping drinking such expensive coffees. And that's where it all began, the love affair with what Compassion does for kids that live in poverty. So my experience with Compassion at the meeting place, we had this incredible Compassion Sunday. And Barry Sloan-White flew out from London, Ontario. He's the president of Compassion Canada, and he was an incredible speaker. He talked about the children that he sees all around the world and the heart that he has for those children, and how Compassion go into the third world countries and provide for these children. The outpouring of love at the meeting place was absolutely stunning. People came pouring out of the theater and sponsored children. I think 86 kids were sponsored that day. It was incredible. I just came back from a trip with Compassion Canada to Dominican Republic. I think the day that I met my sponsored child, Carlos is an 8-year-old boy who we sponsor down there, and he came in from his project, which is about 2 hours outside of Santo Domingo, and he traveled with his mom and a little friend from the project who was meeting another advocate that day. And it was just such an incredible moment. I was standing in the middle of a football field, and I didn't really know what was going to happen. I was the first person who was meeting a sponsored child, and from a corner, from behind some trees, this child came running out across the field, leapt into my arms, and it was all hugs and kisses and tears, and that's Carlos. That's how I got to meet him. I think the reason that Compassion is the organization that I want to put my time and energy into is because it beats with the same heart that God's given me for children. I don't know why I have this heart exactly, but when I see children and I see their needs and their energy and the love, it just speaks volumes. And I know what's possible when Jesus gets hold of a young life, and how no matter what's lacking in the circumstance, whether it is financial poverty or social poverty or spiritual poverty, that Compassion fills all those needs, and that life overflows with possibilities.
This is my prayer.